The number one mistake men make while in the bed with a woman. Now, when I say in the bed, you guys know what that means, and I'm not categorizing all men to fall into this, but I do think it's really normal to talk about sexuality, sexual experiences, because there's a lot of shame that comes with it. And a lot of people bring that shame into the bedroom with women, of either shame in regarding just how you look, shame in your performance, shame within, is she going to orgasm or not? Shame in, are you doing it correct? You know, there's so much pressure that we put on ourselves when we have sexual interaction, which is why I first and foremost, before I even get into what I want to address, I want to share that hookup culture, sleeping around with anyone, is not something I will ever promote personally, because I don't feel like you can actually have a fulfilling sexual experience with someone you don't even know. I think true sexuality and true sexual exploration happens when you have a sacred connection and a bond with another person, where you feel safe enough to fall into that, rather than get caught on this perpetual cycle of needing to perform to meet another's needs. It's a give and take, it's a dance, and it also needs to be held with respect, sacredness, and grace for the whole experience. You know, that is a normal part of being a human. So without further ado, I want to address the number one mistake, and I don't even want to call it a mistake. It's not a mistake, there's no mistakes, but I do want to just say maybe the flaw, and it's rushing the experience. I feel like we have been brought up with porn as our teacher for how sex should be, and reenacting it with an actual human life experience will never set you up for fulfillment or even being in reality within the present moment with two people when they interact in a very vulnerable way, which is through the act of sex. And I want to address the whole rushing it component, because I feel like men and perhaps women, we have so much pressure on wanting the other person to feel better that we don't actually take into account how we feel in the moment. And I think, and I truly believe that that rush comes from, first and foremost, maybe some sort of anxiety, the rush of wanting to experience the climax right away, or because you actually don't want to be there. Now, this is something I want to touch on, because when people sleep around a lot, they're not having sex for deeper intimacy within themselves. It's usually to avoid areas of their life that sex fulfills. And this is why I think rushing the experience doesn't allow a woman to actually feel safe within the experience itself. It puts her in performance mode, where it's like, if you're reaching your climax right away, she's gonna mirror that back to you to appease you. So my greatest advice is to ease into the experience. Make it fun, make it light, make it pleasurable in the way of there is no time when you two interact. Time stops. And time cannot stop when you're rushing her to climax, or you're rushing yourself to climax. You're not actually experiencing the full spectrum of what sex is, which is, and if you allow it to be, is inner alignment, inner attunement to spirit. When you reach that orgasm, you are actually reaching the pinnacle of your energy center, rising, your sexual energy rising to the occasion. And that can actually form an alignment to the person you're with. But if you're coming at sex from a very short, fulfilled space of wanting it to just be over and done with, or not taking the time to get to know the person you're even sleeping with, there's going to be unconscious behavior playing out within the act of sex. And this is why I just want to bring all of our awareness into, do not rush the sexual experience of having a container with another person, experiencing the very same connectedness you are. In the moment of penetration, you are connecting energies through the very act of it. Now, it does take women a certain level of surrender to even have sex with a man, because she's literally opening to you. And that needs to be something that is taken as sacred within a man. A woman being able to open herself to you, to experience all of the energies you do. Why rush it? And by rushing it, maybe you're not even conscious of doing that, but it's just something that takes over you because maybe you learned it in porn, or maybe you feel like you really want to show off, whatever, and by rushing it, you're overperforming. And when you're overperforming, you're disconnecting from the person because you're not actually coming at it from an aligned state of wanting to connect. And I know this is deep, this is a deep video, it's probably not what you're expecting, but this is the truth of the matter. Sex is beautiful. Sex is something that should be had with someone that actually loves you. Personally, I don't think we are taught the sacredness behind allowing another person inside of ourselves, our soul, our space. It's actually more so programmed into society that the more people you sleep with, the more empowered you are as an individual. And I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't think it's empowering. I don't think it's liberating. I think it's a person's inability to form intimacy within themselves, so they will always seek it within the experience of sex. Because sex is interconnected, but you are also interconnecting with that person's intentions coming into it. And sometimes people don't even make conscious intentions when they are participating in sex, which is why the rushing happens, which is why the zero communication happens, why there's a means to an end within a sexual partnership. There is always expansion to be had, but expansion cannot be had through sex when there is a level of unconscious force in creating an expectation of how the interaction should be in the first place, because porn is all about expectations. You have expectations when you even watch porn. You expect to have an orgasm. So when you go into a relationship with a woman and you perform in this way that's not connecting, it's just a matter of getting it done to get it done, you are expecting her to orgasm based upon a formula you learned. But that formula is lies. That formula is not real. Porn is not real. Women don't climax in porn. It's a show. So don't come into a container with a woman having sex thinking that she will orgasm based upon how many strokes you stroke. It doesn't work that way. We need to feel open. We need to feel in tune with you, like you're actually savoring the experience. Taking time with her sexual needs, foreplay, sexy talk, compliments, kissing plays a huge part in a woman's ability to even have the openness to orgasm. Because most women don't orgasm just through penetration alone. And a lot of women don't even get to experience an orgasm. And I'm not saying sex is all about an orgasm either, because it's not. It's truly about deepening a connection to yourself through another person in the space of interconnectedness, with the grace of allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable with another person, elevating to the climax of the higher energy that is accessible to you. And it needs to be shown respect. And you show it respect by respecting the person you are sleeping with. Not rushing it. Not needing to follow a narrative that you think worked in the past. Women want slow touch. She wants affection. To be savored is a great word, like a delicacy, your favorite dessert. And that will form her to turn on to you, and for her to fold to you, and to orgasm as a result in you actually being able to form that within her by the mere stopping of time itself in the interaction. And in this video, I am partnering with the website called Bathmate. Now, Bathmate is someone I have worked with in the past, and I'm working with them again because I truly do stand for the integrity behind this brand. You may think the brand is just about dick pumps. It's truly not. This brand has helped thousands of men regain confidence in the bedroom, performing that makes them feel good, but also their partner. This is a touchy subject, but I do want to give the men who are listening to today's video an action step if you feel like you have insecurities in the bedroom. I know a lot of men suffer with erectile dysfunction, libido, performance, and this is something that I'm taking into account. I've worked with Bathmate in the past, and they have had great results within everything that they offer. I'm going to link Bathmate here and in the description below. Bathmate is FDA inspected and regulated, guaranteeing you a safe experience within using their products. I only work with brands that I have talked to and know their backstory. And Bathmate has proved to me that with their reviews that they are here to assist our men with an actual action step to improve their confidence with libido, erectile dysfunction, and all of these things that go unnoticed or undiscussed. I hope this video helped you guys today. Again, this sexuality is a touchy topic, but it's something that I want to bring awareness to. I want men and women to feel seen within their sexuality and know that holding shame is not something that needs to happen. There's ways for us and solutions for us to implement into our sexual lives to make us feel better about ourselves and know how to actually form deeper connections with another person. So if you guys like today's video, give it a like, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.